Okay, hola chicos. So this is just for my year 7 class. We're going to go over hair and eyes for a little bit, and then we're going to use some different vocab, and we're going to take down some quite important verbs that stay with you for as long as you do Spanish. Everything kind of keeps coming back to these verbs, so we're going to use them today. But first of all, you need your pens ready, you need your books ready, you need your brain ready, you need your finger ready for the pause button as well. So to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to write the title date. Okay, so the title, como es, and don't forget to do both of the question marks, the upside down question mark as well, and the date, obviously. So if you need to go back at all at any point during these videos, then obviously you can go back, you can pause it, you can do it completely at your own pace. If I'm going too quick, you can go back, you can listen to it, you can read it, because there's a lot of things that are going to be coming up. So we're going to get started now, chicos, and we're going to get started with our starter. So you've got your 3 words in Spanish. You've got mi padre, you've got mis hermanas, and you've got mi hermanastro. And the English words there, you've got my stepbrother, my dad, my sisters. You've seen all of these words before. You've probably used all these words before. Just match them up super duper quick. You can pause it to do that now. I'm going to go through the answers now. So we've got mi padre right here, matches up with my dad. Mis hermanas right here, obviously because it's mis and then it ends with an S, the same as if something ends with an S. If a noun ends with an S in English, it's plural. So mis hermanas is my sisters, but what you'll notice is that my is also plural in Spanish. And then you've got mi hermanastro, which is right here. Hermanastro is the stepbrother. Like I said in class, it's like your stepbrother or your stepfamily come from outer space. Might do anyway. Anyway, guys, let's go. So what you're going to leave with, we're going to look at hair and eyes in Spanish, but first of all, we're revising hair and eyes, and I know there's an accent on that O, but that's because my spell check's in Spanish, plus a couple of verb structures that you use with this subject. Eventually, you're going to be able to recognize and give a detailed description of a person in Spanish. Maybe not in this specific lesson, but you will get there. So what we're going to start with, we're going to go through these. So I'm going to say it nice and loud, and I want you to say it nice and loud at home. So repeat after me. Tengo los ojos azules. Tengo los ojos grises. Tengo los ojos marrones. Tengo los ojos verdes. Llevo gafas. So that one's a bit different. It uses a different verb. Instead of tener, which is to have, it uses llevar, which is to wear. Tengo is I have. Llevo is I wear. And then we go on to hair. Right at the bottom here. So repeat after me. Tengo el pelo negro. Tengo el pelo rubio. Tengo el pelo castaño. Now what you might notice here is that they've got 2 different words for brown. Now how many of you can remember the difference between marrón and castaño? I'm going to give you a second to say it out loud for yourself. You're going to have to be quite self-congratulatory here. I can't give you any props, can't give you any shout outs, but what you can do is have the satisfaction of knowing that you knew that you were correct. So the difference between marrón and castaño, you only use marrón for your eyes. Castaño, if you've already said it already and then you said that castaño is chestnut, then well done. Tengo el pelo azul. Soy pelirrojo. Tengo el pelo liso. Now we're starting to get less about the colors, but more about the style of hair. So tengo el pelo liso, which is straight hair. Tengo el pelo rizado. Rizado is like frizzy or curly hair. Another word for that is ondulado, ondulating hair. Tengo el pelo largo. Largo is a false friend. Large is long. Tengo el pelo largo is I have long hair. Tengo el pelo corto. I have short hair. Corto, shorter. It's kind of the same. And then soy calvo, which brings me to the next point. Soy uses a different verb, one that's going to stay with you. Okay, so you need to make sure you're taking it on. But first, we're going to have a look at this one. So I want you to repeat after me. Tengo. Tienes. Tiene. Tenemos. Tenés. Tienen. If you haven't got these in your book, it's a really good idea to pause it and jot them down now. With the English, and if you've got different colour pens or highlighters, always make it as colourful and as interesting to look at as possible, because revision gets boring and you've got to jazz it up somehow. So, chicos, this is the verb tener. A lot of stuff comes back to this. Anything that you talk about that you have or someone else has will come back to this. Even in your GCSEs, you're going to need to know what this is. So make a point of getting it in there. So I say, tengo los ojos azules. I have blue eyes. Now, obviously, it's just the first word that changes when you talk about someone else. Tienes los ojos azules. So instead of tengo, which is up here, instead of saying I have, it's tienes, you have blue eyes. So tiene los ojos azules has got three meanings. It's either he has blue eyes, she has blue eyes, or it has blue eyes. You know, you could be talking about a doll or an action figure or something and saying the colour of their eyes. But it all depends on the context. So if you said, mi hermano tiene los ojos azules, my brother has blue eyes. Mi hermana, mi hermanastra. What's the difference between hermana and hermanastra? Sister and stepsister. Okay? Perfecto. So if you haven't already paused it, get this written down. So this picture here, you've got two people who have both got blue eyes. So if I said tiene los ojos azules, would that be correct? Sí or no? It wouldn't be correct because there's two of them. So if you were talking about just one of them, you could say, tiene los ojos azules. She has blue eyes. But there's two of them. So which one do we use from this list instead? We say, tienen los ojos azules. They have blue eyes. And because eyes are plural, unless you're very unfortunate, because eyes are plural, everything has to be made plural. The article, the noun, and the description, the adjective used as well. Okay, so we've got right here. Okay, I seamlessly had to pause that because this is the third video I've made ever, and I'm still kind of getting used to it. So this one is another verb that's going to follow you around through your path and your journey of Spanish. So repeat after me. We have got this word here, which is soy. Can we say soy? Eres. Es. Somos. Sois. Son. Okay, these are really important as well. So if you haven't got these in your book, you need to jot them down. Do them in different colors, do them with highlighters, do them with whatever you want. Just try and make it as easy to the eye as possible, and then it's not going to be such a problem to learn it. Okay, now if I'm describing me, I will say soy calvo. I am bald. Okay, that's why I've got this on. It's not why I've got this on, but either way, soy calvo, I am bald. So if I wanted to say someone else was bald, I'd look at this list here and I'd think, right, if I'm talking to one person, it would be the second one down. It would be, eres calvo. Soy calvo, eres calvo. Son calvos is if I'm talking about two other people, but because it's plural, I'd have to put the S at the end of the thing, at the end of the adjective. Don't worry though, because that's going a little bit too far. I run the risk of doing this because I can't really clarify, I can't really answer your questions one-to-one. So these are just some examples of how to use this verb really, really well. Now, we've got a task for you in a second, but we're going to run through these again super quick, and we're going to use some other words that you can put with them, and these are really good ideas to put into your vocab book. So repeat after me. We have got alto, bajo, guapo, delgado, and gordo. Now, remember all of these words, what you can do, you can change the O to an A if you're describing a woman, okay? Now, obviously, we're not going to go around calling people gordo, but what you should know is anything about your physical appearance in Spain, they do talk about, they will use it. You know, Spanish old ladies will come up and tell you, eres un poco gordito, you're a little bit tubby, if that's how, you know. What they'll do is they'll do it in a nice way because they're being nice. What we're going to do though, we're going to use it just to learn Spanish. Okay, so we've got a task coming up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of me for a second. I can do that. We've got some sentences here. We've got some sentences. La mujer es alta y delgada. We've got el hombre es gordo pero alto. We've got el hombre es bajo pero guapo, y la mujer es guapa y gorda. So we're going to put these pictures in because these are descriptions. So we've got some pictures here now. We've got this guy, we've got this lady, we've got this lady, and we got this particular guy. Okay. Now the biggest thing that I want you guys to do is I want you to match them up. So it should be A equals, for example, la mujer es guapa y gorda. Is that correct? What do you reckon? I would say it isn't because it is la mujer, which is the woman, and everything after that is feminine. How do we know it's feminine? Because it ends with an A. Guapa. If you're describing a man, it would be guapo, good looking. Gorda. If you're describing a man, it would be gordo. What I want you to do with this is write out the letter, write out the correct sentence, and then once you've matched everything up, you can go back into the video, take your time, pause it, do whatever, and I want you to translate them. Okay? Muchísimas gracias. We will go through these. I will put another video up as like the assessment video, so to speak. I can't see. I feel like I'm fading away here. But make sure they go into your book, and I will put up the next video as soon as I can. Gracias. Adios.